on that note, without further ado, welcome back to episode 8 of the Macking Show. We've made it 8 episodes. I don't know how. Started off as just trying to figure out this podcast room. Turned into when I had any spare time, filming some episodes here, talking some shit, give my takes on stuff. But we out here. It's episode 8. Who would have thunk it? Me. That's who would have thunk it, because this shit's fun. But no, since the last episode, it's just been fun. We were in Vegas for work over the last week. That was tiring. I'll tell you why in a second. But we're in Vegas for work. I slept the whole weekend once we got back. And yeah, now it's Monday. Now we're chilling. The power in my building is out, so couldn't really do work there. So we figured, you know what? Gonna come to the office. Got some power here. You know, the electricity's fucking working here. So we're at the office and, you know, just filming episode 8. But no, we just got back from Vegas for work. It was a lot of very long nights and very early mornings, quite literally every night out until 2 or 3 in the morning. Every morning had to be up and at 'em by like 7. So, I mean, I don't know who goes to Vegas even on vacation or whatever that plans on sleeping, but didn't happen. But it was dope as hell. Who the fuck am I? I said that it was dope as fuck. It was awesome. What we went there for was dope. Got to see like a different side of the business. I thought it went successful. Shout out to everyone we went with. We always got a good S team that we go with, and it was super fun. And this is the second. I've been to Vegas 3 times. This is the second time I've gambled in Vegas, and the second time I've left up. So we're on a good. Let me knock on wood so we can keep that shit going. But no, we left Vegas up, which was nice. Shout out the slot machines. I don't understand how they work, but shout out to Caitlin for giving me the hack on one of them, and it worked. Let me tell you, it got so bad that I think 100%. If I were to have more access to casinos, I would absolutely be an addict. I have no doubt about that. Like, we left Vegas. On the plane ride back from Vegas, I had downloaded a blackjack app on my phone, and I've been playing it for the last, we've been back for 4 or 5 days, nonstop. So, yeah, that's a little frightening that it got, like, that much, and I liked it that much, and I was there until, like, 3 in the morning every night to gamble, but it's fucking fun, and I'm poor, so it's not like I'm gambling my life savings away, but still, if someone like me is going to lose $50, then, you know, it's lunch money for the week. Like, come on. But no, we left Vegas up. It was dope. Back in LA now. Just working away. This is what you see. This is what you call a grinding boy. He's grinding. But no, so I figured, you know, just chill and see what's up. I don't even know if that made any fucking sense, but no, regardless, while we were away, some dope-ass news in the world of, I guess, podcast and media entertainment in general is that Dave Portnoy bought back Barstool entirely. He owns it 100% outright. Supposedly Penn sold it back to him for $1, but in that deal, I'm sure it was some tax stuff of why they gave it back to him so cheap, and if he were to sell it in the future, which he said he will die before he sells it, but whenever Barstool gets sold in the future, they'll get 50% of that sale. So, like, he bought it back for $1. It's like a waiting game. They're going to get their money's worth, and they need it out of Barstool because clearly they want to, you know, go into the sports gambling world. They just partnered with ESPN. Obviously, like, gambling regulators weren't going to, like, want to partner with Barstool. It just wasn't going to work out. So Barstool's going to get back to... I didn't really see that much of a change when Penn bought it, but regardless, like, Barstool's back to the pirate ship, back to talking their shit, being unapologetic, hopefully going back to the white trash version that it was before, because, like, that's just what made us Northeasterners love Barstool. But no, now they got 2 offices. So they're going to be, like, competing back and forth. They got the Chicago office, like, they took the Part of My Take, the Yak, and a couple other of their bigger shows / personalities all went to the Chicago office, and then the others stayed back in New York City. So I'm excited to kind of see, like, how it goes. Once football season happens, I don't think it'll matter that much because they all travel so fucking much. So, I mean, like, that'll just be, like, the home base for them. But, yeah, so they split it up 50-50. And yeah, he bought back Barstool entirely, and I think that's fucking awesome. Shout out Dave Portnoy. I don't see Barstool going anywhere. I hope none of the podcasts go anywhere. I hope they keep fucking killing it. But yeah, Dave is not only a rich man, but he now owns Barstool again. And, you know, in Dave's world, I'm pretty sure he's hyped because in her last concert, I'm saying this like I've known it forever, Taylor Swift announced that she will be dropping 1989. Now, let me do my research real quick. 1989, Taylor Swift. So this album's dropped before in 2014, but fuck Scooter Braun, so that's why we didn't get to. So yeah, this has Bad Blood, Shake It Off, Wildest Dreams, Blank Space. Okay, so this has some bangers. This album's got some fucking bangers. So that's gonna go crazy. The second leg of her Eras tour is going to be hyped because I'm sure some of these are going to be added to the show, so it'll be even fucking extra awesome. But no, she announced that at her last concert. Supposedly, I mean, that I've been hearing about it, 1989 is definitely one of people's favorite albums that they've gotten from Taylor, so I'm sure this is just going to make her even more of a quadrillionaire or, you know, whatever. Like, we've went over this before. She's taken over the fucking world. Like, every new album, re-release album that she's dropping is just going to be bigger than the last. And she's just going to keep doing this shit. I can't wait until, I mean, she hit the jackpot. Like, she doesn't even need to come out with new music anymore. Like, I know on all these albums, she's putting new songs on there as well, but, like, she doesn't even need to do that shit. Like, you're Taylor. I wonder, this is my mind going into a place. Obviously, I know that once you get to that spot, you know how famous you are, but I had to position myself. I wonder if you do really know how famous you are. Like, if you're Taylor Swift, if you truthfully understand the magnitude of, like, who the fuck you are. Like, you're Taylor Swift. Like, you're quite literally helping economies. Like, she announced more dates of her show, one of them specifically because Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, like, was like, oh shit, she's quite literally helping the economies of these cities. Can you please come to Toronto? Boom. 4 Toronto shows. Like, they're going to have to give her some, like, government job on top of what she's already doing because she's literally helping the economy. I mean, honestly, make Taylor Swift president. I'll vote for her. Why not? Fuck it, right? Like, I voted for a reality star, a, like, bag of bones in the last, like, I mean, that's who we've had to vote from in the last many years. So it's been shit. We might as well have Taylor Swift. I'm sure her cabinet would have her doing well because her PR team is crazy. So I'm sure vote Taylor Swift 2024. I'm voting for her regardless. But the last video I had about Taylor Swift had some nice traction on it. It's on the Macking Show Instagram. You should go follow that shit if you see this video. But no, I'm trying to think of, like, what else happened. Ooh, couple things in the combat world. So to start off, Jake Paul, Nate Diaz, they had their fight. It was kind of boring, honestly. Like, it went all 10 rounds because, I mean, Nate Diaz, if he would be 100-0 if fights went to 50 rounds because he just would never get knocked out. He would never tap. Neither of those things would ever happen, so he would just win. But it went all 10 rounds. Like, he got fucked up a little bit. He got some good shots in on Jake. After I watched it, I thought there was no doubt that Jake won. Like, that was just a very clear winner. Like, Jake won this fight. But I don't know. It just didn't really have, like, the shock factor that I thought the rest of them would. So I'm waiting for either Jake and Tommy 2.0, Jake and KSI, Jake and Ryan Garcia, or, like, whatever other big name he's going to get. I still think Jake can absolutely secure Conor McGregor because I get it. Conor McGregor's rich as fuck, UFC legend, all this and that, but he's kind of turning into, like, a drunk who's doing anything. And I feel like Jake can get this fight. I really do. And I feel like it would be a more fair fight than we would think, especially if it's boxing. Because, like, it's not... I'm not saying Conor doesn't have good hands because, like, Conor went toe-to-toe with the greatest boxer of all time. But I still think Jake could give Conor McGregor a run for his money. I think that fight would go fucking insane. And I think for as good of a shit talker as Conor is, that's someone who would match perfectly, easily as hateable as Conor, even though I fuck with Jake Paul, but easily as hateable as Conor McGregor. I think those pay-per-view numbers would do crazy. But Conor's in the mix regardless because Logan Paul just announced his fight against Dylan Dennis in the undercard that is KSI versus Tommy Fury. Now, I think Tommy Fury is going to beat KSI. I do. I just think he's tactical as fuck. He knows the sport of boxing. KSI's good, but I mean Tommy Fury's fucking huge, jacked, like knows the sport of boxing. I know I just said that shit, but I just see Tommy winning that. I don't see it being a crazy fight with knockouts and this and that. I see it being boring, going to unanimous decision at the end, and Tommy winning. But nonetheless, I see Tommy getting crowned over KSI. I see Logan fucking up Dylan Dennis. Like, this isn't just because, like, I'm a fan of Logan. Dylan Dennis is a fucking clown. Like, that dude, I don't even know the last time he's ever had a real fight. He's just been a troll. His entire claim to fame is being Conor McGregor's friend, and then, like, even that died out. So it's just like, Dylan Dennis needs this fight. I still have a bad feeling at some point he's going to back out of this fight because he's been trolling a lot. Like, even though the fight just got announced, like, he's posting pictures of, like, Nina Agdal, Logan's fiance, with all her ex-boyfriends and all this type of shit. So it's definitely going to get to a personal place, and I'm sure he's going to try to fucking back out. But Logan's going to beat the fuck out of him. I have no doubt that's going to win, or that Logan's going to win, so that'll be a nice fight. And then, yeah, I want to see where that goes, and then I'm excited to see where both the Paul brothers go after this and, like, who they choose to do what, because both of them had quite a big scuffle on the last Impulsive episode where Mike and Jeff just had to let them sit back and do them, because when you're in the room with siblings, you kind of just have to let them go. I mean, they're siblings. You got to let them go do what they're going to do, whether that's talking shit, whatever it may be. But Logan thinks he's a better fighter than Jake. I actually disagree. I think if Logan and Jake fought each other, Jake would win, just because, don't get me wrong, Logan is 6'3", fucking jacked, extremely athletic, has the wrestling, like, is doing like, the wrestling background even in high school, is doing WWE, like, went all 8 rounds, or I think it was 8 rounds with Floyd Mayweather. I'm not saying he can't box, but, like, Jake has been in camp after camp after camp for the last, like, 3.5 years of strictly boxing. So he's even getting that, like, technique down to the point where it's like, I see Jake winning a boxing match if him and Logan have it. That's just my personal opinion. That doesn't mean I think Logan's a bad fighter. Logan would sure as hell fuck me up. But I just see Jake winning that one. So, but they had a huge scuffle about it. Logan thinks he's better. He's annoyed why people keep choosing Jake as opponents. And it's like, both of them were big fights. They went into, like, you know, who could sell the most pay-per-view. It was so funny because watching it, it was like an argument I'd have with my brother. Like, viewers are always just going to be like, oh my God, that's so fucking crazy. But they're blood brothers. Like, they've been having these arguments for 20 plus years. But this time it's just them. It's revolving around a lot of money and fame and all that type of shit. Like, one thing that really, like, that I pinpointed in their argument that made me feel like, oh my God, this is 100% a argument I would have with my brother, is when Logan was saying something about pay-per-views, and he was like, yeah, and they like, I would sell an insane amount of pay-per-views and you'd sell, like, probably a good amount too. Just like that exchange of, like, I would do this crazy thing, you could, who fucking knows, you maybe could. That's just a brother exchange. So I don't think it was that crazy. Obviously, like, they're fine, but just, like, I thought it was really funny. So no, after this fight that Logan has with Dylan Dennis, I'm excited to see where it goes from there. He's in a tough place because, like, he's business partners with KSI. Obviously, if you're the founder of a company like Prime and the UFC wants to make you the drink, yes, you're going to become friends with Dana White. Even if you wanted to become friends with Dana White regardless, I don't even really know the root of Jake's beef with Dana White. Like, I know it's the whole, like, he doesn't like Dana White because Dana doesn't pay his fighters, whatever it is, but I don't really know what, like, the beef is there. I truthfully don't even know what Jake's beef with KSI is. I thought it was all real beef. I'm pretty sure at the moment it's just, like, verbal shit. So I see both sides, obviously, where it's just like, if my brother is being friends with all the people I fucking hate, yeah, I'm going to say something to him. I'm going to give him shit for it, etc. If if my brother has, like, these crazy business opportunities and being able to make things happen with some of these people, then sure. Like, it's not like Logan's going and doing a business deal and making Kim Jong-un in North Korea the lead sponsor of Prime. No, it's just like people that Jake doesn't fuck with. And that's just like why I see both sides. Like, and it'd be another thing if like Logan's business wasn't that big and it was like no matter what he was doing, it wasn't making money, but he still had heart in it. Then I'd be annoyed because I'd be like, bro, like, you're not doing any. But like Prime is fucking huge. Like, actually hundreds of millions of dollars. Huge. Like, Logan is going to get fuck you, I'm never going to have to lift a finger for the rest of my life money when he's done with Prime. So yeah, like if I was him, I'd probably be doing the same shit because that's like you can't fuck up my money. Like, you can't fuck up my money. Like, this is going to set me up for the rest of my life. This is his baby. Like, Prime was literally started by him and KSI. And it's been a fun ride. So obviously, like, I get both sides of that, but I'm just, I'm curious to see where they go in the fight world and who their next opponents are, given, who they fuck with, who they don't fuck with. Like, Logan wants some of the fights Jake has. Jake wants to finish those fights before he gives them to Logan. I don't think those two are ever going to fight each other, but regardless, like, I can't see where it goes. But two people that aren't going to fight each other, and it's just, I didn't have much confidence in it anyways, but Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk, or as G-Money in our office calls it, Zuck and Cuck. But yeah, Mark Zuckerberg tweeted that, like, I'm not going to keep putting my energy into this. Elon doesn't seem serious because, like, Elon said he wanted to get surgery. He wanted to, like, broadcast it all on X and all this other extra shit. And Mark was like, no, like, we're going through the UFC. It's going to be charity. Like, Mark Zuckerberg was taking the right route. And why I know that it was so Elon that is fucking it up on purpose is because A, Elon's a known troll, but B, Mark Zuckerberg would fuck him up. Straight up. Like, Elon is in his office just like lifting like a 25-pound weight like this. Mark Zuckerberg's in the octagon. Like, he's actually like, is he, John Jones? No. But like, he's in the octagon training, and he doesn't look half bad in comparison to being able to fuck Elon Musk up. That's my opinion. Like, Mark Zuckerberg 10 out of 10 times is going to win that fight. And that's why another reason why I think Elon backed out. I still do believe that it would be the craziest pay-per-view fight of all time, because I'm part of my take. I think it was Big Cat who said it, that it was Big Cat or PFT, but they're like, we wouldn't want to pay money for this and tune in, but we sure as shit would. And that's my view. I'm just like, this shit would probably be done in round 1, and I'd waste my money on it, but I would buy it. I would absolutely waste my money on that shit. So no, that fight's not going on anymore. Kind of sad, but it was kind of figured. Like, I figured it was going to happen, but there was like the 2% hope in me that, wanted it to happen, but it's not happening anymore. Like, fuck you going to do? So I guess we'll just have to wait. I'm trying to think and some off-season shit. Ooh, it just got announced today that Ezekiel Elliott is going to the Patriots. It was funny because his last play as a Cowboy, he got fucking smoked just trying to block, so I thought that was funny. Not really been a Zeke fan. Like, never disliked him, just never been a fan. Fuck the Cowboys, obviously. I'm not a Giants fan, though, so I'm a Bears fan, which is even more sad than both of those franchises combined. But yeah, he's going to go to the Patriots. That'll be interesting. I don't think Mac Jones is a good quarterback. I just don't. I think fucking Daniel Jones is a better quarterback than Mac Jones, but we'll see. I mean, that's good that they got a good running back because they'll just be able to pass it off to him. Dwayne Wade, Tony Parker, Tim Duncan, and Dirk Nowitzki all got inducted into the NBA Hall of Fame the other night. I thought that was one of those moments where I actually had to sit back and be like, holy shit, like, I'm 24. Like, damn. Because, I mean, I grew up when they were at least, I'd say, past halfway through their careers for sure, when like I grew up watching them having like all their jerseys, like their trading cards and shit, and just like having them be the staple of, basketball for me, on top of obviously LeBron, Kobe, Shaq, etc. But seeing them get inducted into the Hall of Fame, I was like, fuck, like, time is going by fucking quick. And no, I thought it was so cool. Fucking obviously, Pau Gasol got inducted, paid tribute to Kobe, which I liked. It's crazy to see all of these people that either got drafted with, right before, or after LeBron, and he's still making first team all, or at least all NBA, and going to the playoffs and going to the conference finals. Like, LeBron's longevity in the NBA is like crazy. I know it's like something that people talk about all the time, but it's fucking crazy. Like, when he's gone, and I'm hoping that's not for like another 100 years, they have to fucking study this man's body because it just doesn't make sense. I understand the whole he spends like $2 million a year on his body. I get it. Like, but still, like, you can spend $2 million a year on your body to make sure that like you're as healthy as you can be. You know, your organs are all working right. Your muscles are great. Your recovery is fine. But like, still, like, it's not like that $2 million a year is going into like you falling on a pillow when you get trucked, or, you know, not spraining this or not tearing that ligament or whatever like it may be. So it's just crazy that he's still going this long. Year 21 fucking loading. So I'm excited to you know, see what's in store for year 21 for big LeBron James. But no, shout out D Wade, Dirk, Tony Parker, Tim Duncan, Pau Gasol. Shout out all of them. You know who else? Flipping back over, shout out Alex Cooper. Speaking of Barstool, like, shout out Alex fucking Cooper, because not only was she killing it at Barstool and was like, you know what, I'm going to go do my own. I mean, after the contract fell through, she's like, you know what, I'm going to go do my own thing. I'm going to sign a $60 million 3-year deal with $60 million 3-year deal with Spotify. That's about to be done. She's like, oh, cool. Like, I'm going to found the Unwell company, which I think is, I don't know if it's a talent company or if it's more just like an entertainment company and that's going to like sign people, whatever. But I forgot the other name she was with, but she signed Alex Earl. Fucking genius. So she's going to go on to be an executive and even richer than we thought she was going to be, and still be in this game for a minute. Like, call her daddy wasn't going anywhere, but now she's making moves in the business world, which I definitely could have seen coming, and it being successful. And obviously, like, her having the relationships with certain people that she does, due to just like, I'm sure who she is as a person, but on top of like what her content is, like what she's been doing, just like the overall vibe of her, she's going to be able to sign some cool people. And who better of your first signee than Alex fucking Earl, like the it girl of TikTok, like the it girl influencer right now. Like, I thought that was genius. So shout out Alex Cooper. She's just going to keep going fucking ham. And yeah, I can't wait to see what Unwell is. You know, like, it just seems dope. So shout out Alex Cooper. Shout out Call Her Daddy. Also in the influencer world, there's a couple more influencer world updates because it's my shit. Noah Beck. I know I'm super late on this, but IFAS. So I wanted to talk about it a couple episodes ago, but I just never got to it. But yeah, Noah Beck made his underwear line IFAS. I think it's kind of fire. I would buy a pair. I'm just kind of poor, so I can't. So Noah, if you want to send me some IFAS, like, I'll do an episode just in my IFAS, honestly. And IFAS is like a Greek god of like some strength or something like that. But makes sense. Shit, Noah's sitting here with like a 26-pack abs, look like he's fucking cut. But no, he's got his own underwear brand. I think it's so on brand because, like, dude loves to chill without a shirt on. Obviously, the band in his underwear with the logo on it is going to be popping out all the time. So figures, why not make a brand around it? Might as well do that shit. That's exactly what he did. I don't know how well it's doing right now, but I think the designs are fucking cool. It's really not that expensive. And the marketing is literally just like hot dudes and girls wearing underwear. Like, what more do you need in marketing than that? So shout out IFAS. Hopefully that shit does well. Cause I want to see every influencer brand do well. Like, come on now, the fuck? Like, obviously, and it puts them to the test to see if they can sell shit. If they really can sell shit. And yeah, I just want to see all influencer brands do well. I'm hoping that in the future, other influencer brands do very well. But yeah, so shout out IVAS. I think that's going to be dope. Talking about coming out with something new. Let me just say that I, and multiple people in this office can attest to this. I've been saying Addison Rae is going to be on a big comeback very, very soon. I think it's about to be it. So, she just announced that she will be releasing her album. I want to make sure I get the date right because I don't want to be like, oh, she's going to release it next week. And it's like not for like 4 or 5 months. But what's the date? Okay, so the 18th. So 4 days from now. So Friday. This Friday, she will be releasing her album. And it's really being curated to like a lot of shit she's been posting for a while. And, you know, she's been posting all these old Lady Gaga, like Miley Cyrus, just like 2000s vibes, whether it's musician, actors, actresses. That's just kind of been her vibe. She's been quiet about a lot of stuff. And the cover photo, I don't know if you can see it in the camera. You might not be able to see it. But it's just her blowing some bubble gum. And it just looks like it was a picture from 2009, something like that. Which, genius, by the way. But I think this album is going to put her back in that fall of 2019 into 2020 stardom again, because I think there's going to be like, I'm obsessed with me. Like, that was a bop. No matter what you want to say, like, that song was a bop. I'm sorry. I know that might hurt some people's feelings being, no, fucking wasn't. It's a TikToker. I don't give a fuck who made it. That was a bop. Like, Obsessed was a bop. I think this is going to just shoot her right up again. And she has some movies coming out. So I've been saying this. I just want the video to know, so I can also be held, so y'all can be held accountable that, you know, I've been talking about it. Addison Rae is heavily on the come up again. Also, if Omer helped her write some of these songs, I mean, Omer has written songs for like fucking Justin Bieber, Lil Nas X, The Kid Laroi. Like, her boyfriend knows how to fucking do this. So on top of like, she has her own connections. She's clearly a star, regardless of whether it's going to be an acting, singing. Like, she's got that it factor. So, yeah, Addison Rae is going to blow the fuck up again. I'm hyped to see it. I've always been an Addison stan. So, shout out Addison Rae if you ever want to come on the podcast. It's like, I know it's like in high demand right now. I know I'm like Bobbi Althoff at the moment. But, yeah, if you ever want to come on, let me know, because you're going to fucking blow up again. So, shout out Addison Rae. Speaking of Bobbi Althoff, shout out Bobbi Althoff. Like, let me be the male Bobbi Althoff. I can't fucking talk right now. Let me be the male Bobbi Althoff. Or if you need a co-host, like, the fuck is up? Like, I'm here. Like, she's been killing it. She went on I believe she not leaked it, but I believe she said it on BFF's podcast first. I don't know if she said it somewhere else, that she's officially not an industry plant. She's not. She just got very, very lucky, had some good ideas, and it worked. Where, you know, when she first started with the Andrew Glassman, the Funny Marco, etc., she would literally post on either Instagram or TikTok like, hey, I will give someone $300 if they can get me connected with this person. Someone did it. She had a conversation. Boom, podcast. Drake saw the Funny Marco interview, thought it was super funny, and he liked one of the videos, and she saw that, so she DM'd him, and 15 minutes later, he DM'd back, and she was on a flight to Memphis, or I think he was in Memphis. But how fucking crazy is that? And low-key, like, if Drake hit my phone right now, like, I'll do a podcast with you, but it needs to be in, like, 4 hours. I'm on the next flight. Don't care. So, turned out she is an industry plant. She actually, like, had some good tactics behind this shit. I like that she plays a character. I think that's fucking smart. I think it makes the podcast fun. Everyone's been into it so far, from Drake, Lil Yachty, Tyga, Mark Cuban. I can't wait to see who her next guest is, because she's very calculated with that. It's people that she knows, but she'd lie to you if she said she wasn't calculated. So can't wait to see who it is next. But supposedly she took off her Drake interview from TikTok and YouTube, so you can't find it on her page anymore. And this was right after she went to his concert. I think it's a PR stunt, a masterful one at that, because do you know how many videos I've seen, from green screen videos to PSAs to whatever, about Drake and Bobbi unfollowing each other and taking the video off after? Like, so many videos. Makes you search both of them up so much more. Makes people go watch the rest of her videos so much more. Like, the Drake interview already had a fuckload of views. It's going to keep getting more views. This is going to get her other video views. Masterful PR. So, shout out Bobbi Althoff. She's just been fucking killing it. And at first, like, when she was blowing up, I was like, no, like, I don't want to. Nah, I get it. I 100% get it. More podcast talk. Tana with Canceled. She's on tour for Canceled right now. She's finally fucking getting back into it, where I feel like a certain era of YouTubers just, like, stopped YouTubing for a minute. Even if it was, whether it was by design or not, whether it was like what happened with David Dobrik, which will make me sad to this day. Like, David David Dobrik, please come back to YouTube. I'm fucking begging you, and I know it won't happen, but I would just fucking love if David Dobrik came back to YouTube. But from the Davids to the Tannas to even the Emma Chamberlains, like, it's not the same anymore with them. And Tana stopped making videos vlogging for a minute, and then she made Cancel Podcast with her friend Brooke. And they were doing that for a little bit. It was dope, and then in Tana fashion, that stopped out of nowhere. So we were like, oh, what the fuck? Then it popped back up, and now they've just, like, been revving up episodes, like, all the time. Shout out my guy Aaron, who's a producer for Tana's podcast. Y'all have been fucking killing it. Now she's on tour doing live shows, which, if you have a successful podcast and you're not doing a tour for live shows, like, why would you not want to go travel and, like, meet people? Like, I feel like if you have a successful podcast, if this podcast ever were to even get a minuscule amount of success, I'd go on a fucking live show tour. What? Like, do you know how fun that would be? I don't even care if it'd be like 100-person crowd. Like, that, I feel like that would be so awesome. Like, pick each tour stop, like, pick someone cool to interview there. Like, I feel like it'd be so dope. So shout out Tana. That's Canceled has been, like, fucking dope. And it's turned into one of those podcasts where I've always fucked with Tana, but, like, I'm more of, like, a impulsive part of my take. Trying to think of, like, another podcast. BFFs. Fuck, I'm more of a Barstool guy, but then, like, impulsive, like, fucking love it. That's my favorite podcast ever, is Impulsive. So speaking of, since Logan's gonna be in camp and I heard Mike talking about it, if you guys need, like, a co-host, like, I'll be your Make-A-Wish co-host. Like, I figured I'd throw that out there. Like, might as well. Like, you need a co-host. Jake's going to be in camp too. You know, we can make something happen. What's up? But no, it's nice to see Tana doing that shit. I just saw today that two of my celebrity crushes are going to be coming out with a song together, which I'm hype about, and that is Selena Gomez and Camila Cabello. Or Camila Cabello. Camila. I don't know. I always get shit on for saying her name wrong. But if Camila Cabello ever sees this video, we were at Lil Nas X's birthday party, and you did wink at me twice. So, on that note, would you want to go get lunch? Like, on me, of course, and then maybe we could do a podcast. Like, you winked at me twice, so I just figured, like, might as well shoot my shot with that. Been a fan of your music for a while. Been a fan of you for a while, since Fifth Harmony. But no, I'm a huge Camila Cabello stan. I think she's cool. I think she's weird as fuck, like, in a good way. Like, when you're weird, you're cool. And I think she's, like, weird cool. So yeah, I figured I'd just shoot my shot at Camila Cabello. Let's go get lunch and do a podcast together. Like, why not? And she's doing a song with my original. When I say original, I mean number one first celebrity crush after all these years, even Selena Gomez. Anything Selena Gomez does, I will support. I don't give a fuck what it is. I'm going to support it. Shout out Selena Gomez, even though there's some people in my office that are like, well, I met her. I know stuff. I don't care. Selena Gomez is awesome. Shout out to you. I hope they come out with a song together. She can do no wrong. Her and Taylor. Selena Gomez and Taylor Gomez. Whoa. Selena Gomez and Taylor Swift can do no wrong. And why do you think there's such a powerful celebrity friendship? They just cannot do any fucking wrong. So, yeah, that song's going to be fucking fire. Addison songs are going to be fire. And honestly, like, those are all, like, the updates I have, like, going into the rest of the week. Also, because I was going to help with some of her social media stuff. If anyone sees Emma Hernan from Selling Sunset out, like, let's get her on the podcast. She was one of my favorite cast members of Selling Sunset. So Emma Hernan, if you see this, like, you know where our office is, close to you, like, come do a podcast episode. Let's chop it up. Let's talk. Let's have a fun conversation. I think that would be fucking dope. So shout out to that. That was my last one. And we're going to get more guests. I'm saying more like we've even had one. We're going to get guests. I promise. I've just been trying to work it out the right way. We're going to do that shit. We're going to have more fun conversations. I feel like it'll be fun once it gets to that point, because I'm going to have guests that, like, I know personally, so that we'll be able to fuck around. I'll be able to ask them real shit. It'll be worth it. And I think it's going to be dope. So I promise. I know I said this last time. 8 episodes in. We're still doing this shit. Guests are coming. I promise you. And no, it's up from here. It's up from here. More fun episodes. I'm sure there's going to be more shit going on. So, no, honestly, I can't wait. Shout out 8 episodes. We're almost at double digits. So, let's fucking go. But until then, peace.